We are going to talk about, the palliative that is supposed to reach, the most vulnerable in the country. So 2 weeks ago, the federal government announced a significant move to cushion the effects of the economic hardship on Nigerians. The distribution of about 740 truck loads of grains, including rice, to the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory was meant to, bring relief to millions of citizens. But the question on our mind today is, has this palliative measure actually reached those who need it the most? Have you or someone you know benefited from this initiative in your area? We want to hear from you on this matter. Now, like I mentioned last week, we talked about this palliative and talk about if it was going to, get the benefited or the intended results that the government wants, which is to alleviate poverty, to help, this hunger that is in the land and all of that. But from last week until this week, some states have received that. Even last week, we have about, I think, 2 to 3 states that came out to say, oh, we have received ours, and here's the receipt of everything. So from last week to this week, some states also have received, even though not a lot of governors are coming out to say, I have received it yet. But I think at this point, almost every state have received that truck load, about 25 trucks, yes, about 25 trucks load of grains to each state, or 20 trucks rather. So right now the question to Nigerians is, have you received, or do you have anybody close to you that would say they have received any of these grains? All right, we have a first caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Moses, calling from Abuja.
Moses from Abuja. Please increase your volume a bit. All right, go ahead.
Abuja, precisely.
Okay, go ahead.
We've not seen anything. We've not seen anything. And our government is not doing enough at all. It's like you are beating a child, you are asking the child not to cry. Things are difficult, everything, you cannot go to your farm, you cannot go to place of work due to insecurity. And the promise, even if the promise, by the time this palliative will get to the council, it will be only the party faithful or the party loyalists that these things will be given to. We will not see it. So please, they should talk to the government. These things should go to to the less privileged. I'm not saying myself in particular, but at least the less privileged to have this. People are dying of hunger. There's hunger in the land. Please and please talk to them. I pray God will help all of us.
Amen. Amen. That's a great prayer. And yes, I always say the government will listen to you more than they will listen to us. So hence the reason why we're giving you platform. And yes, no matter what, there is definitely one government official that will watch and listen and hear what you're saying and send it back. So it's good, of course, for you to go ahead, call any of the numbers on your screen to share your take on what is happening. We already have someone from the FCT saying they've not heard of someone who has received this palliative. Let's hear from you, from your state. What are your experience, observations? Do you have concerns about, how and manner of the way this palliative has been shared? Now, earlier I spoke about a video that's been trending on social media, and disclaimer out there, I don't know if this video is as recent, but a video of food that or a bag of rice and bag of grains that was written clearly in the bag saying not for sale, which is supposed to be government properties, making round of people literally getting new set of bags and pouring these grains into it in order to go to the market and sell it, which is not the reason why those bags are there in the first place. It's not a lie. Nigerians know people are hungry. The government know. I mean, Nigeria has never been hit this hard when it comes to, economic policies that have really shook Nigerians in general. And the whole insecurity, crude oil theft, fuel subsidy, even the unification of the exchange rate, naira to dollar, and a lot more has not been helping at all. And there's a lot of disconnection, even though we've seen the current administration made efforts to cover that gap, that barrier, by creating not only one but even two minister for youth, in order to just create some kind of closeness to the younger generation and to the grassroots. But still, a lot seem to be just detached, and is breaking our heart on what is going on. So we want to hear if you have access to this particular intending palliative that the government is saying we want to give, or we're giving out, because a lot of states have received it. I hope we'll be able to get rundown of the names of states that have literally said, okay, we have received this, and how we are sharing it. I feel at this point, since we're hoping and pushing for accountability and transparency, governors should literally make videos. We want to see it. What is happening to that? We want to see it. When we say transparency, that's us asking questions. Let's see how you're making efforts to make sure all of this reach the intended beneficiaries. Let's see the state governors liaising with local governments, chairmen or chairwomen. Let's see them, the local government liaising with, there should be a strong synergy with the traditional rulers, group youth leaders in communities, and even, parent, family, head of families, to pass on this food that the government is saying we want to at least reach these people, because food is expensive. It's not even funny. It's quite ridiculous that we've gotten to a point where a tuber of yam all of a sudden has to be diced in order to be sold, just to make it a bit affordable for people. It's really scary. It's really scary what is going on. So let's hear your take. Has this palliative reached you? Have you heard anything, even if you're not in your state? Because we know a lot of people, due to economic hardship and all of that, move away from rural areas to urban areas like the cities in order to pursue their dreams. But you still have ears in your locality, you still have ears in your state asking questions. So no matter where you are, has any news come out from your state that people have received palliative, that people have gotten something from the government? Let's hear your take. Please go ahead, call the numbers on your TV screen. Let's hear your take on this matter at this point. Palliative is something that should help Nigerians. It's something that, even though a lot of stakeholders have come out to say it's not really the problem, because it's just like pouring water in a basket, which we know cannot really hold ground. But the government is saying this is what we can do at this moment, because we feel the pain of the Nigerian people. But of course, this is something that we at least want people to reach. Good morning. Good morning. Do we still have that caller? All right, I think we lost the call. So basically, one of the major concerns about this is distribution challenges. While some states, of course, have received and started distributing the palliatives, even though I personally have not seen, a video of someone from a state saying I have received, which is something I really would want to see, because we always come out, let's be honest, we always come out to make cry when something is bad. But when something is good, we don't come back to the platform and say we have gotten, all our concerns sorted out. Let's pick this call. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Tinubu. I'm calling from Benue.
From Benue?
Yes.
Okay, it's good to have you. So what is happening in Benue? Have you people received any palliative yet?
Not at all. in the local government where I reside, the people local government, they are, but you can't blame states. I've said it at the minister state. You can't blame states. Now, the federal government that are bringing this thing, what plan do they have for this 2012 that they are bringing? Is there any name that they are putting down to start bringing it? And then for a whole genuine state, how can they share 20 talks of 20 talks of rice? When we say it is something local government, how can it share it? Even if you bring one truck to local government, how are they going to share one truck of price? So before government, if the government do not, they're supposed to have plan on the ground. These are the people that need it. Put their name down. So that when it comes down to it, it will go straight to people that will put down their name. But there is nothing like that. They just transferring to each state. Take 20 12, take 20 12. So at the initial stage, I know the plan is not going to work. We have not gotten it, and that is simple for me. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Good morning to you. On that, yeah, there seem to be a lot of questions, and I understand where your concerns is coming from, but it doesn't really. I don't know if Benue State is among the states that have received, and I'm trying to get all the details on that. But it doesn't make sense for a lot of Nigerians to say we don't even know something like this exists.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Ade. I'm calling from London.
From Niger?
London.
Oh, from London. Ade. Hi, it's good to have you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I call my people at home. None of them have received any palliative. But what I want to emphasize is this: Nigerians knows that there will be hunger. Everybody is aware there will be hunger because during the time of Buhari regime, farmers can't go to farm. Herders make things difficult all over Nigeria. Nobody is talking about it. When they are killing the farmers, driving the farmer away from farm, what do you expect? It's hunger. We don't have farm in UK, but we have food. So, but in Nigeria, they have farm. But they can't go to their farm. Others kill them, drive them away from farmland. And so they should know that there will be hunger. People can't go to farm. So it's not about tinubu. It's not about even governor. But the only thing I blame the federal government for is that the security, they are not providing enough security, and they are not charging anybody to court. Everywhere in Nigeria, name it, they are driving farmers away from their farms. And when you don't farm, what do you expect? 220 million people. Hunger will definitely come. So that palliative can't solve the problem. They need farmers to go to farm. That is the originator of this problem. God bless Nigeria.
Amen.
God bless Trust TV.
Thank you so much, Ade. Amen to your prayers. Indeed, we've been singing this for the longest time, and the fact that insecurity keeps, biting our nation harder is really disheartening. We know Nigerians, I know Nigerians who want to farm, like genuinely, but are scared at this point. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello,
good morning.
good morning.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yes, Engineer Tony from Benue State.
I cannot hear you.
Hello?
Please, can you speak a bit louder?
Yes, I can speak further and away from my television. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Okay. I'm calling from Benue State.
Okay,
Engineer
from
Tony
Benue.
from Benue.
Okay, it's good to have you from Benue. Go ahead with your take.
Yes, the palliative cannot solve the problem of Nigeria. Nigeria is too big. Sharing food for Nigerians on a daily basis cannot solve the problem. I advise federal government to do something quickly about this problem. The problem is getting out of hand. In Benue State, sharing palliative in most of the local governments in Ogbadibo, in Boku, in Nordic area, we did not even experience what they call palliative. You understand? So people are really hungry. Let federal government do something about it. Palliative can never solve the problem of Nigeria. Thank you. Have a nice day. I
appreciate you. Thank you so much for the call. we have said this a long time ago, that palliative were not, I mean, a lot of palliative has been given, a lot. And it seems after each palliative, we seem to even dive into more of problems than solutions. But then now the money has been given already. So the food, the palliative, we want to know if you have received or heard of any in your state. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from.
This is Usman Ibrahim calling from Gembu.
From Gembu, Taraba State?
Yes, from Gembu, Taraba State.
It's good to hear from you. What is going on in your state?
Yes,
have you received any palliative yet?
The issue of palliative is not. We haven't heard about palliative. There's nothing like palliative. What is there is that even if there is palliative, even if the federal government sends palliative, it doesn't reach the poor people, because it is from the people that are at the top. They will be the ones to eat up the palliative without it reaching the lower people, more especially the people in the rural areas. And more so, giving palliative is just giving somebody food into their mouth. If you give the person today, what more of tomorrow? And what more of next tomorrow? If the person has finished eating the food, the person sought another money to eat, or where will the person sought another food to eat again? You see, giving somebody food don't solve the problem. Rather, if they can focus the issue insecurity in this nation, I think issues like this will not even emanate. Because Nigerian problem is insecurity. This food scarcity is all because of insecurity. If we are secured, that is all. We don't need any palliative. We should just secure the life and properties of people, period. If you don't know how to rule, I think we should step down and leave somebody that can rule and govern us properly. That is the only thing. I rest myself.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you with that take. Though I have to put a bit of, correction to that. I know definitely insecurity has been the major concern for farmers, which has affected food production in our country. But let's not forget the removal of subsidy has literally also affected this with the cost of transportation, hence the adding of, these prices. Let's pick this call. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from. Please turn down the volume of your TV.
From Latvia.
Where are you calling from?
Calling from Latvia.
Okay, Israel from Latvia. Go ahead with your take. Has
Israel,
palliative been shared in Latvia?
Hello, the name is Gabriel, not Israel.
Oh, Gabriel. I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah.
So has there been palliative shared in Latvia?
Yeah, I've not received any palliative in Latvia, but I just want to tender my advice to the government.
Okay.
The issue of palliative, you and I know it will not solve the problem of Nigeria. But what the government should do, should put more emphasis on agriculture. Now, the Ministry of Agri should be put to work, not just to be a ministry. The federal government have reserve land. It should go and cultivate. It should go and cultivate and allow the borders to be open for a while. You understand? And another thing again, those people traveling, the bigger people that normally buy food from the north going to the east, they are faced with a lot of challenges that most of the time I expect the media should be talking about it, but they're not saying anything about it. The way they are tasking them, the way you see people, they say produce, they will stop from this state to this state, they will be paying money. And this money that they are being paid by these people is another thing that is making things difficult for Nigerians. These people they call the produce, they should be banned. They should be banned. The federal government should do something about all these people. I am telling you. Another thing again, the diesel is on the high side. If the government if they cannot be able to subsidize the fuel, they should subsidize the diesel, because most of these food are being taken by those folks that are using diesel. So I think these are major things that government should lay her emphasis. before any other thing, because things are getting out of hand. I am telling you. So this is just my advice.
All right, I appreciate you, Gabriel. Thank you so much for that. There's a lot of things that it's that I don't know if they can be reversal, but while some people, of course, are saying no, we know it's high time for the subsidy to be removed. Other people are saying, you know what, let's reverse it. It's not too late to go back, and Gabriel seems to be among those people. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Shetima Yakujima, calling from Maiduguri.
Shetima, it's good to have you this morning.
Thank you so much. So you see, the issue of this palliative, these questions, I think, Summayya, you have to direct it to politicians. Because sincerely speaking, all this palliative that they are bringing is not reaching the common man. It's reaching the politicians. No common man is seeing this palliative. As my brother was saying, the only thing that we need government to do, we do not need any palliative. We need to subsidize the food price. Let government make a supply. If in the market, the food bag or the rice bag is selling at the 90,000, let government subsidize the price to be selling at the 50,000 or 55,000, so that a common man will purchase and use it. But this palliative, they are using it as a looting. They loot the government treasury. That is essentially speaking. Nobody is benefiting from this palliative, because a politician will receive 50 bags. 50 bags, some more than that. Then tell me, how can a common man will get that palliative? All the palliatives have been debated, and they are sharing it among the politicians themselves.
Well, that really breaks our heart, Shetima. But you've not, this 20 truck load of about 25 kg of a bag of rice, you did not hear anything about it in Maiduguri?
Honestly, we did not hear anything about it. Nobody see it, nobody hear anything about it. We are just hearing over media. They allocated blah, 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 blah. That's all.
That's really disheartening and concerning. Thank you so much, Shetima, for...
You are welcome, Summayya. Thank you.
I appreciate that. It's really, saddens my heart to think that if at all this palliative is given, the people that already have more, because if you're part of the distribution process, you already have more than, the intended beneficiary, because the food, for you to have a line to the government, a connection to the government to get these things, you already have a lot. And if at all you don't give it to the people that needs it, that makes you evil. Good morning.
Good morning, my good sister. I am Abubakar calling from Port Harcourt, River State.
It's good to have you from River State. What is happening in Port Harcourt?
Port Harcourt is relatively calm, and we are happy with the process and the developments of the River State as of now, as of today, by his own special governance of letting things go the way it should be for peaceful coexistence of rivers indigenes. Although I'm not from the state, but I reside there.
Yeah, okay. We like that. We like the sound of that. But has any palliative been shared yet in rivers?
Honestly, I told you last time that there is nothing like a palliative anywhere. This is not how to solve problems of hunger by giving 30 people or 50 people a bag of rice to go and share. What is rocket science in calling international farmers? I told them that 5 American farmers can feed Nigeria. We get plenty of land. We have the crops that can develop, and we are ready to eat in 6 months or 3 months. What is happening to this country? There is nothing you give peasant farmer fertilizer, give them 30,000, 50 million or whatever. It doesn't work. Go into mechanized farming. Tell the world
that yes, we have had what your pains. Refineries will start work in 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months. Let's suspend this paliative and whatever it is for 6 months. Petroleum products, look at what we are going to do now. Food will come. There won't be any need for protest. But the government has not spoken to us. They have not told us anything. They don't tell us stop on a hungry stomach. It's not working like that. It's not going to work. I am very, very sympathetic with them. But let them come out and make their position known to Nigerians that we are with you. Look at our program. Look at how what will happen in the next 6 months. Just take it, go to the market for it. It's not like this. They're just keeping us there where their children are breathing all over the world, schooling in Harvard University, while the poor are sitting under mango trees on top of a block. How can it work like that? People will get angry. Thank you. God bless you.
Amen. And God bless our country too. I appreciate you. I sense your frustration from your voice of what is happening in our country. Yeah, there just seemed to be a bit of detachment. First of all, I just have to put it out there. The president, one of the promises the president made was transparency and accountability. And people are saying, if at all you want to say that there should be some kind of palliative, then put the plans out there for us. Let's hear what are the plans for at least the next 1 year. If you're saying, okay, for the next 6 months, we're going to give palliative, then the next 1 year, what should we expect after this palliative? But so far, we've received different palliatives, from the government in just a 1 year span. All right, I think we have another caller on the line. Good morning. Good morning. All right, I think we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us. All right. We have a few messages on the WhatsApp, so let's do justice to that. Let's pick on, all right, this message is talking about the federal government, saying federal government is wasting time sharing palliative to government officials, not the masses. He's saying he believes, okay, now you Nigerian can feed themselves. Okay, he said he believes Nigerians can feed themselves, so let them just work on insecurity and the hunger case will disappear. Let's not forget, of course, the fuel subsidy and the crisis as well. Do not forget, please, to include your name and where you are sending these messages from. Good morning. This is from Abdul Kuta, Niger State. He said, I have not yet benefited from the palliative, though I don't subscribe to giving palliative to Nigerians. The government should control price, pay more attention to all-season farming and strategic management of food items at an affordable price in designated spot. End insecurity and end of insurgency should be addressed immediately to allow our farmers return to their farms. Palliative cannot solve our hunger issues. Rather, it will aggregate anger amongst those who did not get it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Abdul, for that message. All right, we have another message from Ustaz Abdul Rahman from Okene, Kogi State, where he says, palliative is not a good solution to solve the hunger facing Nigerians are facing. Let government bring food items to the market and sell it at a cheaper rate so that it will force down the price of goods available in the market. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ustaz. That's another great suggestion. He's saying, the same Ustaz Abdul Rahman from Kenya is saying, giving or sharing of 2 cups of rice cannot solve the problem of hunger in the land. Please, government should apply permanent solution rather than temporary solution to this hunger problems. Indeed, this is a temporary one, but I'm sure, Ustaz, that the food, the palliative the government is giving is more than 2 cups of rice. But yeah, that's not the bone of contention at this point. Basically, what has been said is that Nigerians are even saying we do not want this palliative. But if at all you have to do it because you think your policies will not really grow until some certain period of time, then explain to Nigerians, let's hear what your plan is. I always say that Nigerians are smart people. And if you come out to tell them this is our plan, this is what we hope to achieve, this is how we hope to achieve it, then even along the line, somebody could give in advice on how to help the government navigate, because at the end of the day, it's a win for all. If the country is winning, the masses are winning, the governments are winning, everyone will be on board. But when it comes to this palliative, there is a lot of people to ask questions too. Yeah, the federal government has done its part. It has heard that people are hungry, and it's saying, okay, we have some amount of food in our reserves, let's share it to the people. Now that food has moved from palliative. The moment it leaves the federal government's hands, it has become your property as Nigerians. It is your right now. It is, you are supposed to have it. So if you don't have it, there is a problem somewhere. It means corruption is still eating deep into our system. The state governors get this thing hand in hand from the government, from the federal government. So we know that the state governors have it. But the process of it, I feel there are a lot of people that we can ask questions to, and one should be your state governor. The second one should be the senator representing your constituency, because these are where they fall into. If I represent my constituency, I would want to talk to my governor to say, okay, I need something for my constituency, to see how the passage of this distribution goes to meet my people. And then you have to ask your honorable members, ask the your chairman, your local government heads, ask them what happened to the palliative that is supposed to come to our own. I know the government cannot really solve everything, especially palliative. It will not really solve much. But let's be honest, we have of the most vulnerable people in our communities in rural places that even if it's 2 cup or 2 mudu of rice, it could change their life for at least, they would have sanity for, even if it's for 2 days or 3 days. Hence the reason why we are asking these questions. Hence the reason why you need to ask these questions. Ask the questions to the people representing you. Sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes it gets overwhelming, and perhaps these people tend to forget a bit of their responsibility, but it's up to you to ask them, we voted you into office. What are you doing for us? Why is this palliative not getting to us at all? Because palliative, at least if it should, then if the government insists on giving it out, it has to reach the intended beneficiaries. And that is why we, of course, are having this discussion at this point. We hope that the necessary people get to receive this palliative. Due to time constraint, we cannot continue this segment, but appreciate every one of you that called in, sent in your message, the ones that were not able to reach us, and even the messages that we could not read out. Appreciate you. Do not forget, of course, that Trust TV is always here for you, to hear from you and to listen to what you want to say. And tomorrow there will be another phone-in sessions on what is really happening in our country. But quickly, all right, there seem to be a lot of messages that we cannot read, but I appreciate you.